Greetings, everyone. So blessed, grateful, happy, appreciative to be with you. Session 1, Class 1 of the Secret Glow. Super excited about this new venture, and today I'm going to tell you about it, give you an intro into what we're going to be doing, how we're going to be doing it, why we're going to be doing it, and how it's going to change our lives. Welcome Jane, welcome Sylvia. Who else is here? We got a big crew coming in already. Ellie. Who else is there? I think there's a way I can swipe right and see who's here. It's not working. Anyway, as I've asked in the past couple weeks, say hello, tell me where you're from, and it's a great chance for us to get to know each other and connect with each other, because this is about community. Coming to you from the car today. Hey Erica. You know, there's something about this car. I've done a few sessions from this vehicle, from this inside this car, and it's like this little, because I spent so much time in this car, in so many places, in so many areas like deserts and mountains and by rivers and lakes and big cities, and with amazing, beautiful, high vibrational people and a few crazy people, and like, because I've been so many places and had so many experiences and so many different situations, and I've been in this car, and my energy's been in this car so much, it's like this super high vibrational little sanctuary when I'm in this spot, and it feels good to be coming to you from this place, here and now, somewhere in the middle of Pennsylvania, in the state of grace, in the land of the United States of America. Welcome. What we're going to do today is we're going to start with a opening meditation to get us centered, present, grounded, connected. Then I'm going to give you some logistics. I'm going to share with you what this course is about. This particular class is open to everybody, to the whole wide world. So there'll be thousands of people that are tuning to this one. As we progress, it'll be for the group that's subscribing, and the group that we can tune into on a more fine-tune, hone in, a space to really actualize on a deeper level, work personally with people, work on a deeper level. People can really ask their personal questions, delve into what they're moving through, and really actualizing our lives, really living the lives of our dreams. As we move forward, you'll see that this is a really a place to really actualize your life. This is not a place for what the term people use these days is spiritual bypass. It's not a place to get lost in the mind with like idyllic spiritual ideas or concepts or fantasies. It's a way to tune in to actualizing the depth of empowerment in yourself, to become a truly life artist, to actualize the depth of profound inner peace inside yourself, to actualize the profound sense of love that's all around you in this moment right now, and freedom, to access the freedom that's the essence of who we are, the unbounded essence of who we are. So we're going to talk about what this course is about. I had my computer to write some notes of things I have, but unfortunately I think the battery might be in the process of dying, so I might have to wing it. What else is new, right? And then I want to go into the core, the most essential component, which is knowing who you really are, realizing who and what you really are. It's the most essential component. It's the most rarest component, and also the most essential component. So rarest meaning it's the one that as human beings we have access to the least, we're the least aware of who and what we really are. and it's the most important, the most essential. Everything will flow from this root realization of who we really are. So it's not something that I'm expecting I'm just going to tell you and you're going to get it and we're going to move forward. It's something that we're going to spend, we spend our lives grounding in, we spend our lives anchoring in this essence of who we are, because there's so many ways to get distracted, to get caught up, to get attached, to identify with things other than the essence of who we are. But the essence of who we are is unbounded, free, infinite. And as we explore the question, if anything's possible, what do you want to create? We explore the question from knowing who and what we really are. Namaste from Nepal. Namaste from Laguna Hills. Hello, Tati. Hello, Kate. Where are you from, Kate? Did you tell me already? Hello, Reet from South Africa. Hello, Erica. Ellie. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the joy, the amazement, the profound wondrousness of this moment right now. Hey, Phyllis. Hello, Debs. Where are you from, Debs? There's so much to share. There's so much to get into, so much to delve into. We're just going to scratch the beautiful depths today. Cyprus, nice. Altamont, New York. Beautiful. What a beautiful group. So what you can start to feel as people start to come on is you start to feel the energy of the collective. You start to feel the energy of not just me, but you start to feel the energy of everyone who's attuned, who's present together, who's hi Natalia, who is sharing this, what I call the unified resonant field. So a unified resonant field starts to form with the people who are connected in this space together, who are attuned to each other right now. And you can feel it. So we're going to take a deep breath. And just start to be present together, to really tune in together. To put the rest of the day behind us, whatever's come before this moment, anything in the workplace, in the family place, in the roadways, parking, bosses, employees, children, parents, putting everything behind us that's come before this moment in the history of the entire universe, being present now, being here now, tuning in now, feeling the electromagnetic frequency of our hearts. When there's an attunement, when people are present together, whether they're in the same physical space together or whether tuning in around the world, what's true and what I've discovered is that there is an electromagnetic frequency, there's an attunement of the hearts, of the electromagnetic frequency of the hearts that comes into being that's exponentially more powerful than we could ever be alone. And from this space is where the magic and the miracles arise. When we're open, when we're present, when we're available, when we're breathing, slow, deep breaths in the bottom of the stomach. Exhale, when we're breathing, we're relaxed, we're open, and we're available for this creative intelligence to move through us. God, Source, Spirit, Higher Self, magic, miraculousness, beauty, love, joy, bliss. it's here. It's here. It's always here. And we are opening ourselves to be a channel for this intelligence to move through us today for the next 50 minutes, 45 minutes, however the universe wants to be together, move through us today, tonight, this afternoon, this morning, wherever you are. From a space of gratitude, from a space of appreciation, from a space of wonder, profound humility, magic. Let's take a few deep breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. 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 Two more. Inhale. Exhale. This one even deeper, deep as you can. Inhale. Exhale. When you're ready, open your eyes with fresh, innocent eyes as if you're seeing life for the first time. Take a few moments to look around the space and silence. Notice that things feel more alive, vibrant, colorful, present, here and now. Welcome to a deeper here and now. Robin says, it's a bit hard to find you. Yeah, I can be a bit hard to find. But that's part of the magic. Hello, Anna. So we get into this space, this depth of presence, this here and now, and I find words there's an old line actually, who's the band that does this song? I can't remember the name of the band, but they go, words, that guy's like a really deep voice, so he's like, words like violence, and he has a British accent. Words like violence break the silence. And then it goes, well, it doesn't matter what it goes because that's the main line. Words like violence break the silence. And sometimes it's difficult for me to speak after the depth of our meditation because it sort of feels like that. But there's a way where it doesn't feel like that, where there's this depth of presence that maintains itself. Depeche Mode. Thank you, Natalia. Words like violence break the silence. Oh, no, 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 no. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my heart. Words are very unnecessary. They can only do harm. Exactly, Depeche Mode. But there's a way in which you can be fully present, and the words come from this depth of presence. Yeah, it's a good song, and we don't lose the silence in ourselves. So I always like to make the statement briefly that the most essential element that we're sharing is beyond words, is beyond ideas, is beyond concepts, is beyond ideology, is beyond belief. So there's nothing that you're being invited to believe. I'm not trying to get you to believe anything. I'm not trying to get you to think anything, particularly in this community that's forming right now, the Secret Glow. What an enticing name, the Secret Glow. There's nothing that I'm asking you to believe or to think. I'm not asking you to believe what I believe, or think what I believe, or do it the way I do it, or understand it the way I understand it. The invitation is to be a clear mirror to reflect the uniqueness, the unique flower that you are to blossom and bloom. And I know there's a lot of people that have told me they're going to be watching the playback, that they're not available at this particular moment, so hold them in our hearts as well as we move forward. So to recognize and realize that this is kind of different than we're used to being conditioned to become something, to conform to something. And actually what's going to happen here is the opposite. The sense of who and what you are, as far as the ideas or the beliefs or the ideology, is going to open more and more. It's going to expand more and more. Open to the infinite more and more, the space of infinite possibility more and more. And to recognize and realize the essence of who you are, which is beyond belief, which is beyond story, which is beyond ideology, which is beyond conceptuality, which is beyond thought. Sometimes we call it the 0 point. So you hit the 0 point. And this is the fundamental intention of this group, for us to hit the 0 point. To hit the 0 point. The 0 point is most essential, because if you don't hit the 0 point, then you're coming from a limited perspective of what's possible. And we're not going to become aware of these unconscious limiting belief systems and thought patterns that hold us back, hold us down. We want to bring those from the unconscious to the conscious so they can be transcended. So we hit the space of infinite possibility. So the absolute self, of which anything is possible. And then, from that space, we can be, in the relative world, anything we want. We can create anything we want. We can experience anything we want. We can do anything we want. We can see, we can envision anything we want. Yes, Phyllis, you've been following me too long. You're getting ahead of the curve. That is correct. So, this space of infinite possibility allows anything to be possible, to create anything in our world, create anything in our mind. And if you don't believe it's possible, or you don't think it's possible, what I invite you to realize is it actually doesn't matter what you believe or what you think. We're pointing to a place beyond thought, beyond belief, a perception of awareness that goes to the core of the essence of who you are. So that's a vibrational frequency, so to speak. So the point I'm making is that it's not necessarily in the words. So, but being together, being here together, opening this field together, we kind of get a felt sense of it. We get a taste of it more beyond the words, and we attune to it more and more. So if you don't always understand the words that I'm saying or the words that I'm doing don't make sense. You guys have been hanging out with me too long, Phyllis and Robin. You know me well, or you don't know me well. You unknow me well. If you don't get a sense with words of what I'm saying, everything's not understood by the mind, just be present, and you're attuning to it more and more. Each week we're together. Each time we're together. Each day we're together. By the way, this will be the main time where I'll connect. Wednesdays, 12 p.m. Eastern right now. However, I can check in any time, so it could be another time. It could be midnight on a Friday. It could be whenever it wants to be, that I can just pop in and say a few things, share a few insights. This is in the Secret Glow subscription community I'm talking about. So as we tune in, we can share anytime throughout the week. This will kind of be our standard kind of anchor, but there could be other times where we connect as well. So let me see if this thing is working, and I want to share. I really love, if I can toot my own horn a moment, which I can because it's happening. I really love what I wrote, so I hope that I can share that with you and comment on it a little bit. This computer is gonna die on us. The Secret Glow, online community for emerging life artists. So I'm going to come back to what a life artist is in a moment. If anything is possible, what does life want to create through you? This is a fundamental question we're going to come back to on and on. It's a living question. It's not a question that's just, oh, I answered it once, so now I'm done. If anything is possible, what does life want to create through you? What does the universe want to create through you? What do you want to create? To live in that question every day, every moment, every week, every month, every second, to be listening, to be tuning in, to be present, and to be supporting each other. We're going to be supporting each other in a real, tangible way to pay attention to what does the universe want to create through you. And then we're going to hold each other accountable through checking in, through inquiring, that we're living in alignment with the highest depth of who we are, the deepest sense of meaning, purpose, inspiration, the deepest call of our hearts, and we're creating a unified field that supports each other in doing that. One of the questions I get the most is, how have I created a life where I get to travel the world, doing what I love, living on purpose, and inspired from the deepest call of my heart? Have ample time to pursue hobbies and generate income while doing it. I am excited to announce I'm creating a unique online community to teach you to live your dream and live with greater inner peace, love, freedom, and empowerment than you could ever imagine. So one important point here is that what I'm doing may not be what you want to be doing. Maybe you don't want to travel the world. Maybe you want to live in a cottage in the woods for 3 years, right? Maybe you want to be in a more stationary space. You want to create a more stationary community. So there's no limit in what can be created. This is not a space where you need to do things the way I do or do how I'm doing it. You want to tune into what you're called to create and be supported in creating that within yourself. It's an important point. The Secret Glow is a digital dojo for emerging geniuses and aspiring life artists that are ready to create a blueprint to dream a new life and a new world into being from a field of unlimited possibility and have lots of fun doing it. Fun is essential. If it's not fun, then it's not what we're about here. The Secret Glow is an online community and life school for self-realization and self-actualization. I want to get back to that too, self-realization and self-actualization. We're going to define both of those terms. The Secret Glow provides groundbreaking knowledge, esoteric wisdom, and little-known tools for forging an integral pathway for mastering your body, your mind, your emotions, your relationships, your career, your finances, in synchronized alignment with realizing your most empowered, most authentic essence. Wow. Goodness, that's amazing. So a holistic approach, all the aspects of yourself, is an important point too. We're gonna address all the parts of yourself: body, mind, spirit, relationships, community, family, finances, work. If there's no limit and anything is possible, what kind of life do you want to design for yourself? The Secret Glow is the next level online lab, the cutting edge, inspirational digital playground to create the life of your dreams and make wonderful, supportive, and inspiring friends from around the world while doing so. That's all of you. You're going to get to know each other, to love each other, to appreciate each other, You'll be wishing each other happy birthday, etc. With sessions with Brian Piergrossi, that's me, and other brilliant colleagues each week from the Secret Glow faculty. Now that's exciting. I'll be bringing other people in sometimes to have dialogues, interviews with, and you can ask them questions, I can ask them questions. I'm connected with a lot of amazing people around the world. I'm going kind of fast because this battery is going to die soon on this laptop. The Secret Glow is the ultimate community to support you in the self-honesty, clarity of intention, accountability, discipline, and holistic approach to mastering the universe and consciously transforming your world. Those are 5 key elements. Self-honesty is the most important and most essential. Clarity of intention comes next. The more clear your intention is, the more clearly your intention is realized. The vision and the plan is third. Accountability is huge. Accountability is being able to check in and be supported that what your intentions, your self-honesty is manifesting, you're living it each week. And then the holistic approach. The holistic approach, as I just mentioned. All the aspects of yourself are interrelated and interconnected. There's no part that's separate or partitioned off. Every part affects every other part. We currently live in uncertain times in a culture society with increasing anxiety, worry, and stress, whether it's politics, economy, family, relationships, physical and mental health, spiritual direction. The future seems increasingly uncertain, confusing, and in many ways scary. I think a lot of you can relate to that. Yeah, I noticed that. There's something on my lip, right? Like here. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I think it's gone now, right? That gives me a chance to say hi to Anki from Stockholm, Roxana, Ambi Davis Ashley from Asheville. No, I don't think it's leftovers because I didn't have anything white that was a leftover. Just had some avocados, which are green, this morning, as I'm sure you're aware of. So if there's anything green on my lips, that would be avocados. Here is the good news. The times where there is the greatest uncertainty are also the times where the challenges before us provide the greatest opportunity to grow, evolve, and awaken into our highest self and most essential nature, filled with inner peace, love, freedom, and inner empowerment. After having worked with thousands of people from many different walks of life for over 10 years, as well as my own personal experience, I've noticed something amazing. There are holistic, core, universal principles that, when brought into awareness, applied sincerely and consistently over time, shift one's consciousness from a state of anxiety and fear to a state of inner peace, creativity, and love. These are the principles that it's time for us as a society to become aware of and integrate and have the opportunity to be the change we want to see. Could be toothpaste. That's true, Robin. Whether you have extreme phobias or subtle blocks you want to transcend, a high-functioning individual looking to discover self-realization and overcome limitations to success and intimacy, or whether you are temporarily suffering and immobilized from extreme anxiety and phobias in your life, these principles, when realized and consistently applied, bring a profound new sense of inner peace, creativity, freedom, love, and empowerment to the quality of your daily life and those you love. So oftentimes the inspiration to transcend doesn't necessarily come from ourselves, because unfortunately most people don't love themselves very much or care about themselves very much or have a very high sense of self-worth or self-esteem. But they will be motivated to change for someone they love, like their son or their daughter, to be the best person for them, or their parents, or their husband, or their wife, or their community. Or if you're spiritually in tune, you recognize and realize that when I change myself and make a shift, fundamental shift in my consciousness, I'm changing the world instantaneously, because I am a part of the world and the world is a part of me. All things are interconnected and all people are interconnected. That's funny. Okay. These are the principles that it's time for society to become aware of and integrate. These groundbreaking universal principles and the self-awareness they bring apply to all individuals amidst the daily challenges of modern life, and they apply to you. So now about the community. How our community works. What's most exciting is that this is an online school, and it's also an online community. You can participate wherever you are, anytime, 24 hours a day. So we can communicate with each other, leave comments, we can feedback each other. It's not just me, it's all of us have a chance to connect with each other and communicate with each other throughout the week. We're a continual online community. Hi, Liz. Liz joining us from Asheville, North Carolina. Once you register, you'll be able to watch the live videos in a private Facebook group each week, participate, ask questions, share stories, make friends, explore exercises, and build community with others on this path with Brian and other online community members throughout the world. So right now, these sessions are open to everybody. In a few weeks, we'll have them in the private group, and we continue in a depth of unified field with those that want to go deep together. So there'll be several dozen people online together, going deep together, and there'll be something that's able to be a richness that evolves from the intimacy of us being able to connect together and share together. That's great to hear, Robin. Losing weight. The physicality is something that I really want to make emphasis on, actually, because, you know, when people are in the spiritual realm, man, the hearts are rocking right now. Thank you so much. Rocking the hearts. When people are in the spiritual realm, there's this common thing of being disembodied. I am not my body, right? Which is true in a sense. I am not my body. My body is not the essence of who I am, but my body is my only vehicle to express myself in this world. So in order to express myself in this world, which is the self-actualization component, which is an essential component of what we're sharing in this group, I need to have a body that I can express myself clearly, efficiently, with vitality, with juice, with energy, with luminosity, exuberance, passion, excitement, and a mind that's sharp, emotions that are connected. So a big part of what we want is embodiment. We want to be embodied, right? So when I talk about physical fitness, I noticed this in conversations the past couple of days. People tend to go right to, oh, well, it's about looking good, it's about looking sexy, it's about looking beautiful. That's a component, yes, but the deeper component is what I just mentioned. Having a sense of vitality, energy, connection to be an expression for a source to move through you moment by moment. And it entails giving attention to the body, being a physical expression. So if that seems overwhelming or daunting, don't worry, be happy. We're going to support each other in making it happen. So you'll also be sharing your goals and dreams you feel called to create in all your primary aspects of life and held accountable. You take inspired action to follow through. It's so important in this journey not to feel alone, but to feel a sense of community and support. The secret glow is that community and that support. So you're going to be specifically answering the question for you personally, if anything's possible, what do you call it to create? Sharing that online and being supported and realize that and actualize that in the how-to by me primarily and by others as well. What you'll get. Now check out these bullet points right now. These are hot. Who are you really? Self-realization, optimal health and fulfillment, routine for body, mind, spirit, the true power of the mind, emotional intelligence, meditation practice, how to manifest anything, true law of attraction principles, accountability, breath work and body awareness, tantric embodied consciousness, mindfulness, present moment sensory awareness, embracing the unknown and quieting the mind, recognizing the ever-present I am, realizing the story as a story, distinguishing between story and reality, how to recreate your life story, how to recreate the story of your future and your past. That's amazing. Why it's all your imagination, the inspiration to transcend anxiety, where does it come from? The power of being motivated and inspired for something larger than yourself to transcend inner blocks. moving from victimization to spiritual liberation, guided visualization, how to manifest the life of your dreams, breakout groups, suggested exercises and experiments throughout the week, personal question and answer with me, a community dedicated to empowerment and self-love to share and grow with the rest of your life, practical, tangible, measurable changes in your life, bringing it all together as an integral practice to discover the toolbox and inner awareness to move forward from anxiety to freedom, inner peace and empowerment, and creating the life of your dreams. That's a lot of good stuff. It's not all going to happen today, but it will happen in the coming weeks, in the subsequent weeks. I'm looking at some of the comments. A mover and a shaker, yes. That is what we are about here, for sure. Who hasn't said hello yet that's here? Say hello. Tell us where you're from. I was going to make a joke, but we're not ready for that joke yet. Maybe in a few weeks we will be. Deb says, I'm extremely spiritual as well as empathic. Sometimes it's very unpleasant dealing with people. I can feel everything from all over the environment. Yeah, we're gonna deal with that one for sure. I'm familiar with that one, and I understand it. And we're gonna deal with it and address it and explain and articulate how to work with that gift that you have. Baton Rouge. Welcome, Stephanie. So once we get started, I might as well just keep going here because the battery hasn't died yet, amazingly, even though it says there's like 2% left. I'm just finished up here. In order to be affordable for all participants, the cost is on a sliding scale starting at $15 a month. If you have the financial abundance to contribute more per month, that is greatly appreciated, and you'll see that option for that. Though you may need a subscription at any time of your choosing, Brian asks that you make a 6-month minimum commitment to yourself and to the others members to see profound and anchor transformation in your life. So then once you register, you'll get sent an email, or I'll just add you to the group, and we go from there. Hello, Mr. Pavel. Great to have you joining us. Such a blessing. Jenny from Tampere. Is that like French? Tampere, Finland. Tampere, Finland. Okay, anybody have any questions on any of that? That was quite a lot. Just take a moment if anyone has any questions on any of that right now. And then I'm going to get into who are you really? And we're going to close out for today, but I'm going to take a sip of water meanwhile too. $12.43. Oh, the website. Let's see if I can put it in here. A joke about batteries? That's okay. I was going to make a joke about underwear, but I decided not to also. So we're in the same boat there. I'm going to type in this website quick. The Big Glow.com online. There you go. That's the website. So, who are you really? One thing I want to articulate is that when there's spaces where I'm not speaking for a little while, it doesn't mean I'm not communicating or we're not communicating. There's a transmission, if you will, that's happening beyond the words that's here. So the way we approach this question, and it doesn't matter if you've heard this before, I've heard this more than any of you before, and it's still so vital and alive for me, because it's something that's it's bringing us continually back to this moment. So it's not an intellectual understanding or verbal understanding or a new belief. It's a recognition, it's an awareness that transcends all that. Okay, so first we want to do is we want to notice what is it that is changing. What is it that's changing? And notice now. Don't give me the mind wants to come up with the verbal. What's 2 plus 2? 4. No. Notice now. Pay attention now. Be present now. Be here in this moment. Look. Notice. What is it that's changing? So when we look and we notice the physical body is changing. The physical body is moving right now. And of course, over time, the physical body, its appearance changes. Right? You look different now than when you were 5 years old, than when you're 20, than when you're 60, than when you're 80. Right? So the physical form is always changing. So that's not who we are. Our thoughts, and I point here because you can see me pointing here, but as we're going to discover, our thoughts aren't really here. Our thoughts are more everywhere. Our thoughts are always changing. I think this, now I think that, then I think this, next I'll think that. Our belief systems are always changing. It's amazing how we can believe something really strongly, and then a couple years later believe the opposite really strongly. Right? So which one's true? Which one's right? Right? Our beliefs are changing. Always. Our emotions are definitely changing. Now I'm happy, now I'm sad. Our physical perceptions are changing. I feel pleasure, now I feel pain, now I feel pain, now I feel pleasure. What we see is constantly changing. What we hear is constantly changing. All of our sensory perceptions, smell, taste, touch, sight, sound, constantly changing. So, when I say what's changing, what is that's changing, someone will usually say, or sometimes say, everything is changing. Everything is changing. So now we realize that everything that's a thing, everything that has a form, is always changing. And continually changing. Everything that has a form is continually changing. So what is there to cling to? What is there to hold on to that's consistent, that's steady? We look to a lot of things for that steady consistency. We may look to our house, we may look to a human being, a woman, a man, we may look to our children, we may look to our bank account, we may look to our job, we may look to certain friends. But if we look closely and honestly, we can see that there's actually no guarantee that any of those things are going to stay the same. So what is it that's unchanging? The essence of who I am must be that which is unchanging. And if everything is changing, hey Danielle, welcome. The essence of who I am is that which is unchanging. If everything is changing, the essence of who I am is no thing, at all. The essence of who I am is no thing at all. This ever-present I am, which we use the word spiritual. Spiritual means not a thing. I'm more than just my body. I'm more than just my thoughts. I'm more than just my ideas. I'm more than just a story of who I think I am. I'm more than just my beliefs. I'm more than just my ideology. I'm more than anything I can see or perceive or comprehend. I'm an infinite expanse that's incomprehensible. So when we recognize and start to realize that I am something that transcends any story that I can identify or attach myself to, and only when I realize that the essence of who I am is something that transcends any story I can identify or attach myself to, then I'm in a field of infinite possibilities. I'm in a field of infinite possibilities without any sense of limitation. So if I attach myself or connect myself with the story that, oh, I'm the guy that's not smart enough, I'm the guy that's doesn't have enough money, I'm the guy that's not attractive, I'm the guy that's not courageous enough, I'm the guy that's not, etc. It's infinite. It's infinite. It can go on. The ways we can limit ourselves are endless. The mind is such a creative tool, such a creative vessel, right? So we can use it to create anything we want. But amazingly enough, when we have a limited perception of ourselves, we use it to limit ourselves. We use it to limit ourselves unconsciously. We can actually limit ourselves consciously. That'll be a future class. We'll get into that. Because there's nothing wrong with creating a limitation as long as it's consciously done and realizing the essence of who you are is unlimited. Right? Creating structure, essentially. Consciously creating structure, consciously creating boundaries. But to realize that the essence of who you are is coming from a field that's unlimited, of infinite possibility. So that's what we want to delve into, supporting each other and recognizing and realizing. This is where meditation can be helpful. Self-inquiry can be helpful. This question of who are you is the most fundamental question. Thank you, Sylvia. Is the most fundamental question that we can ask ourselves and we can realize and recognize. And it opens up everything else. But if you don't have this essential understanding, you get into the law of attraction and you're attached and identified with the ego, the egoic sense of self, welcome Anthony, then the suffering will never be alleviated. And what we're really interested in is, bottom line is transcending suffering, and coming from a field of infinite possibility to create love, joy, freedom, inner peace, empowerment, magic, and miracles. Hello, Root. Root coming from Denmark. And sometimes these things are really subtle, and they're not, oftentimes they're very subtle and they're not noticed, they're not aware of until we have a clear reflection to reflect them back to ourselves. So when you delve into the space of anything is possible, it's like a blank canvas. And you can paint whatever you want to paint on this blank canvas. And it doesn't matter what's come before this moment. There's a line in my book, a powerful line. Your biography does not determine your future. Your biography does not determine your future. So, even if you feel like you've done it wrong, you made mistakes, you did things that you feel like you regret, quote unquote, this moment's a new moment. This moment's a new beginning. This moment's the beginning of the rest of your life. Now, here. Fresh. Innocent. This is the moment to create a new start. Now. Here. Together. Together. You're not alone. You're not alone. We're here together. What do we want to create? We can create, if anything is possible, what do we want to create together? That's what's so beautiful about this community, is to feel supported, that you have others that are on this path together, and we're supporting each other. There's an energetic support system that you're just like, you feel like charged, you feel charged up. That we're like a team, we got the secret glow. We're life artists, emerging life artists. Each a unique expression, a unique flower to express this divinity that we all are in our own unique way. Let me look at some of these comments. Danielle says, wow, today it's clear, Brian, quite overwhelming. Now, here, present. Deb says, powerful words, appreciated. Robin says, on the grill, everything works out beautifully for. Bauer says, why anytime in the last moment we pull back of doing something that we planned? That's definitely a good question to ask yourself, for sure. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love this team. I love this team too. So, winding down the last few minutes here. Next week we'll get deeper into the question of if anything is possible, what does the universe want to create through you? If anything is possible, what do you want to create? Anybody have any last, for now, any last comments they want to share? This is your moment to share it. I want you to just feel an embrace of the unknown. To answer a question that was asked, that I read through just a moment ago. We fear the unknown, so we fear change. And then we recognize and realize, wait a moment, change is all there is. So, to live a life that's magical, miraculous, to live a life of a life artist, digital superheroes, is fundamentally to embrace the unknown. To embrace what is changing. What's changing? Everything is changing. To embrace that which is changing. What's changing? Everything is changing. So to embrace that which is changing is to embrace everything. To love that which is changing is to love all that is unconditionally. And this only happens, and it happens naturally, effortlessly, and organically when you recognize and realize the essence of who and what you are, which is unchanging. The empty space, the void, as they say in Buddhism, the infinite, as I like to say, the stillness, Eckhart Tolle calls it. the spaciousness, that which transcends words, the space of infinite possibility. Don't have to understand it, don't have to get it, just be here. Just be here, just keep showing up. There's an attunement that happens more and more. We're going to be in a field of infinite possibilities together, more and more. And it's going to be amazing, the magic and miracles that arise together. So amazing. Every day. Every day. Life is magical and miraculous. That's why. This moment is magical and miraculous. The question that I like to ask is, are we available? Are we available to notice? Participate? And the answer is going to be yes. Yes, we are. Let's just take a moment of silence together. Feel all the energy that's awoken here together. And say a prayer that whoever we come in contact with the rest of the day, the rest of the week, going forward, that we share this presence with them. Recognizing that when we make this change, this shift in ourselves, we are changing the collective consciousness in all who we come in contact with. Whether they're friends or family or strangers. Participating and having the courage to be here together, we're making a positive difference in all that we come in contact with. Let's take a few deep breaths together. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale, excuse me. Let's try that one more time. Inhale. Can you imagine inhaling twice? That'd be a real conundrum. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more, really deep. Inhale. Exhale. When we inhale, we're inhaling love, peace, beauty, empowerment, freedom, creativity, passion, joy, liberation, freedom. And we exhale, we're exhaling all that which no longer serves us, which is no longer necessary, that we can say gratitude and appreciation for and allow it to be released and go its way. Thank you all so much. Love the energy we're creating together. It's so good. It feels so good. Let's keep it going the rest of the week in the community, Secret Glow Online community. We'll keep the discussion continued there. And I will see you next week, same time, if not sooner. See you in the next. Now.